Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me today. I am Dr. Q. This is my jewel. Let the fun begin. Exposing the disease of addiction and its accompanying demons. This is Lindsay Gibson's book, and I'm getting a lot out of it. It's called Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, How to Heal from Distant, Rejecting, or Self-Involved Parents. I enjoy this also. It also has a workbook. Workbook journal, I use the terms interchangeably. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, Guided Journal, your space to heal, reflect, and reconnect with your true self. Again, author Lindsay Gibson. I have found these two pieces of work to be quite helpful to me. Perhaps they'll be helpful to you. So let's get started. As I mentioned earlier to you, I would be going into three parts of the molestation piece. Molestation is evil. It is wicked. It is harmful, particularly when it occurs in childhood. It occurred deeply throughout my childhood. And some of the instances I'm going to share with you to help you. This is what Dr. Q's book is about. It's about helping you become your best self. It's available for $20. You can get it through Cash App, DRQ71 for $20. Cash App, DRQ71 for $20. The full title. Let the fun begin. Exposing the disease of addiction and its accompanying demons. Dr. Q, aka T.Q. Johnson, PhD. We're on page 7. And this book is a compilation of my first 3 years of recovery. And I was crazy. So I wrote down thoughts that came to me. Some of them I forgot, but the vast majority of them I wrote down. And many of those thoughts I compiled in this work. We're dealing with molestations today because one of our dear celebrities mentioned a concern that occurred in his life with a family member. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts that helped me get through October 10th, the 22nd of the month, the year 1994. I do my sobriety and my recovery one day at a time. And on this day, this is what manifested itself. I started elementary school in Tuskegee, Alabama. Kindergarten and Head Start hadn't been created in my little school in 1960, so I went straight to first grade. I was a disheveled 6-year-old, tattered and unkempt child. On plenty of occasions, I went to school barefoot, smelly, and ragged. My hair was nappy and short from the lack of care. My teachers were the best I've ever known. Mrs. Martin was my first grade teacher, and a black pot-bellied stove heated our classroom. I remember how cold my classroom was in winter. I sat in front of the room near the stove. Mrs. Martin cared little about the cold, but she cared even less about my exterior appearance. She was an angel. This old, wonderful, loving teacher lady believed in me, the Teresa Queen, which was hidden from mortal eyes. The Teresa Queen only God saw. Mrs. Martin was my first and second grade teacher at Washington Public School in Tuskegee. Today, educators refer to this as looping. I've got plenty of workspace in here for you to journal and to share your thoughts and to share your pain regarding incidents which may cross your mind. The first of many tragedies struck in the summer of 1962. Mama's drinking and the domestic violence in our shack had escalated to the point of no return. My mother had recently given birth to her third illegitimate child. Mama had 3 children now. She also carried a booze monkey on her back, carrying on ruthlessly and irresponsibly with her married lover. All of our relatives were talking about her. Instead of heeding their words, she became worse. As you read through Let the Fun Begin, exposing the disease of addiction and its accompanying demons, you'll see in me quite a few similarities with my mother. Mama's sister, Thelma, and her husband, Lamar, were regular visitors to the South during the summer months. Word had reached Brooklyn, their home, informing them of Mama's behavior. It so happened they were in the South in the summer of 1962. Aunt Thelma liked me. She always has. She asked Mama to let her raise me in New York. Aunt Thelma and Lamar seemed so nice. I knew they'd always love and protect me. What a freaking joke! Was I in for a treat? Shortly after my arrival in the Big Apple, I was assigned horrible chores. I dusted, cooked, washed, scrubbed, and babysat Andrew Jr. This was my aunt's grandson. It seemed all I did was clean and feel sorry for myself. I was incarcerated within those 4 walls. To add insult to injury, Lamar and Andrew Sr. would sexually molest my 8-year-old body until it pained continuously. Their wives were young and vibrant. My aunt was in her late 30s. Andrew's wife Joyce was in her late teens. They were married to beautiful women. What the fuck did they want with the little child? Yes, these 2 lousy excuses for men would rape me whenever they desired and or opportunity presented itself. This father and son was a frightening child molesting team. I rarely slept while living in that hell house. Now I'm going to stop here and come back to this. Children are precious. Children are important. Children need protection. Children need to be able to come to their caregivers and tell them anything they need to tell them. I wasn't able to go to any loved one or any caregiver or alleged loved ones and tell them anything about what was going on with me in New York, because I had the kind of family that didn't believe children. I had the kind of family that protected child molesters. As a result of so many concerns with that family, I grew up feeling rejected, feeling alone, feeling isolated, hungering for some type of kindness in my life. We'll come back to that in another phase of this healing, if you will.